can't find myself. Can't find myself.
time has finally come again. It's that final night main event feel as we are live here at the Hockenheim ring for the final round of the 2024 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Formula 4 European Championship. And indeed, when I say that final fight feel, I mean when you got 10 drivers going in it for the championship here today. It's any man's game with double points up for grabs. Nobody is safe. With 100 points for whoever can take home both race wins, it's going to be a very close one here today. Welcome out to a sunny afternoon here at Hockenheim. And today we're going to be using the national layout in this Formula 4 race. 2 15-lap sprints coming up your way very soon. Don't go anywhere. We are just 10 minutes away from qualifying, the final qualifying for the Formula 4 Championship. And what a championship it has been, with its ups and downs, with so much drama in this championship. And it all comes down to this, where everyone is on their own here. There's no more teaming up. It's just race to the very end, every man for himself. And with those 10 drivers up ahead, and with Gabriel holding it off with 25 points, he's going to need to keep ahead of his follower competitors as they come down to the end of this one. I'm talking your drivers like Daniel Taberner, Anna Adam, Tom Flex, Mike Van Dorn, Michael McName, Justin Nasir, Nuno Rocha, David Costa, and Dylan Moranti, all within a shot of winning this championship. Granted, the lower you are down the order, the harder it is, and you're just gonna need a better and more lucky scenario to get that job done. With all drivers in this championship yet to win at ROC, it's the man who's gonna finish number 1 here today. As we have 9 minutes to go, let's just go through all the drivers we have on track, as we have a couple more loading into the session here. But a bright day out here, no sign of rain. Optimum temperatures for racing, so the drivers are going to be pushing very hard. And after penalties of the Italian Grand Prix, we've had 2 different race winners to come out on top. When we look at the pit lane here, and we look at our first man who we're going to be introducing here today, you see his name at the bottom of your screen. This is Jaden Harrison, number 1 driver of JSRA. Has not been holding the team down with points, however. So we're going to see how he's going to be doing. The main thing I believe he's going to be doing is supporting his teammate, Michael McName, as he tries to go for this championship. A couple other drivers in the pit lane as well. But let's go down the order. In P2, just down the pit lane here, is Danny Nasir in the RDN Racing green, red, and gold liveried car, done by our one and only Lance Nasir. So lovely livery out here. We look on the track, and I think he has just passed our screens, and that is Dylan Moranti himself, and Klaus going to be looking to take the top spot in the constructors, in the team standings. So we're going to see how he does out here, as well as his teammate that we're going to be introducing a little bit later on. He is in fact in this championship picture, albeit, like I said, he's at 33 points, and if that win will give you 100, he'll be able to clear it, but he's going to need everyone else to have a really bad day out here. So I think the goal right here is to just secure that team championship to continue Valhalla's legacy. And his teammate, Klaus Klint, man from Denmark, currently sitting P4, has been racing throughout this championship, but has not had the best of success here in this Formula 4 series. So he is just going to be focusing on that team championship picture. We have a new driver here. Lorenzo out here for his debut race. Still finding his feet out here. Currently is in the middle of the table, currently P5. So a lot of things to work with him. Has to get up to speed. It is the final round, but he has signed up previously, so he is allowed to race here today. But I think it's all just coming down to experience here at CMRSC and getting used to the competition. There you can see he's a little bit rusty around here at Hockenheim, missing a handful of apexes. So he's going to be taking this practice very, very seriously for the last couple of minutes here before we get into qualifying. We also have the likes of Michael McName and Gabrielle not in the session right now at the moment. Already hearing in the paddock there that some people are already suspecting that Gabrielle is sandbagging. Of course, unable to clinch the championship with the double points at hand, so he's gonna have to work here today, but his work might be cut out of it easily, as the top 3 drivers, well, only one of them has showed up, so not too sure what's going on there. We might see them come in later on here, we're not too sure, but what is going to be transpiring is going to be a very, very close event here with a lot of these top drivers. And then next week out, we begin our brand new 4-round championship. Let's take a look at that, and let's see what that is going to look like.
It's about time you fell in love with something that will love you back. And that, my friends, is pop music. It doesn't judge you, and I won't either.
Ever been punched in your mother face? What you say? Oh, you haven't? Alright, wait. I'm a snake. I am a bitch. I cannot fix it. Look at my dick. March on the stretch. Look at my print. Rats. If you can fetch, that is a dick. Rats. If you can fetch, he get a dress.
And with the IMSA Vintage Championship coming up next week from April 27th to May 18th, cannot wait to see what that's going to turn into. One thing's for sure, if you are a fan of CMRSC, well, the streams are going to look a lot differently once we get to that stage. Cannot wait to show you guys our special presentation of the next 4 weeks of CMRSC racing. But the story is here, as we're watching here today for the German Grand Prix, as we have Jaden Harrison, who's top in the timing sheets at the moment with a 23.987, followed by Moranti's 24.699, so quite a bit of a margin out here, but of course this is just practice, and the drivers are still grabbing up to pace. As you see, a little bit wide out there. Track limits have been very, very relaxed out here, just using our real penalty system. That's going to watch all incidents. But we're just 2 minutes away. Let's just take a listen to some of these cars out here. On board with Moranti. Let's actually take a lap while we're at it here. So as he exits through turn 1, a little bit wide on corner exit, using all that curb, heading into the hairpin. Now up the road here. Where does he brake? The beginning of the curbing on the left-hand side. Usually the best place to nail it down into second gear. Hitting the apex, following the left-hand side, giving it the shortest angle to the straight, Daniness here in the way. So Moranti just going a bit wide there. And of course, normally the layout would continue going straight. We're going to be cutting it in half. We're going to be braking just about here. A little bit late on the brakes. We're going to be taking it a wide angle, getting it turned in, missing the second apex, using all the exit there, taking it into the next left-hander. Just about missing the apex there, but it's completely flat out from this angle here. Down the small straight here. This one's going to be just a tiny bit of brake so the back end can get lifted and turned as we enter one of the famous hairpins around here. Here you see Moranti short shifting it into third, then it's the lefts and rights and lefts. You want to keep it as far left as possible to swing it into the double right-hander, the first of two and the second of two, as you want to put the power down as soon as possible. And apologies for that, as Moranti did come across the line there. No improvements to his time, currently 7/10. Just off there, but as the checkered flag waves Gabriel back into the session. Take a look at that, 24.666 against a 24.699 for Moranti. So these times could be very close in qualifying. As we see here. As the drivers come across the line, it's going to be Harrison with the fastest time here in practice. I think we can very soon get started into qualifying. Let's join into the session, the voice channels in just a moment here. I do see a couple drivers still on track. That looks like Rup Narayan and... Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so a minute and 25 seconds left to go before we get to the beginning of qualifying. Let's look at the drivers in pit lane at the moment here. So there we see Harrison just at the front, followed by Lorenzo. Then it's Moranti. Then it is, just ignoring my car over there, Danny Nasir, Rup Narayan, Klaus Kalint. We're here at Hockenheim for the final round. Definitely should be some exciting racing coming your way. 30 seconds left to go before we begin this one. But qualifying underway now as all the drivers scurry out on track, leaving, I think, just Harrison to sit there in pits at the moment there. But without further ado, let's get this qualifying session underway for the final time. And here we go. They all just come racing out of pit lane. As we see Gabrielle hustling through. Oh, as there we see in the background there, Lorenzo getting it all wrong through that section. Danny Nasir trying to open up some space, and Gabrielle is going to go right past all of them as McName now exits pit road. There we see, I think that's Root Ryan trying to hustle Danny Nasir, and Danny might let him by. Maybe, maybe not. Staying a bit wide. A lot of these drivers trying to build up some space now between everyone. But as we begin qualifying here, Gabrielle is the first man to come across the line, and we can watch his lap here. Gabrielle in the opening stages here of qualifying. We're going to watch the sector times pop up very shortly. Oh, as Gabrielle goes a little bit wide through there. And it's going to lose a lot of time. So this lap, definitely not going to be the one he's going to count on. He's going to want to go out there again. But Gabrielle, first time to come across. Apologies for the lack of commentary there early on, but the time everyone's going to be chasing is a 25.8. 7.48. 7.48 there. Danny Nasir with a 25.829. Moranti 27.258. That's your top three so far. And there we see Harrison is going to take it up to provisional. And he is up now by a considerable margin, over 7/10. He's faster by. But Gabrielle is looking a bit quicker. A lot of improvements, especially in that first sector that he lost a big time out on going wide. In the background there, you see Moranti. Sorry, that's not Moranti. That looks to be McName in the background. Yes, it is. McName still going on his lap. He's backing off, though. But McName is going to come around to begin another lap here. But as Gabrielle comes across the line, it's no improvement to go up a position, but it's a 25.412. But Moranti is going to get to the top of the timetable with a 24.883. Harrison, though, is going to take it right back with a 24.187. So he stays up there, but Moranti lodging his first attack. But take a look at the difference there between times. Gabrielle, what does he have to say about it? As Gabrielle finds purple in Sector 2. So a bit of excitement coming into this qualifying session out here as we enter the lateral stages of this session. 4 minutes and 30 to go. McName causes yellow flags. He's off the track, as well as Lorenzo. Doesn't look like it's from the same incident. Harrison, quickest in the second sector. We're going to come back into in a moment, but we're going to be watching Gabriel as he's 5/10 off of P2. Can he close up that gap as he comes across the line? Yes, he can, and he goes up into second position. We look to Moranti now. Any improvements? 4/10 off in the first sector. Don't imagine him to improve a lot. But Harrison, however, purple car, purple first sector, purple second sector as he comes around the final corner. A bit of a slide, and he's going to cut the track just a little bit. I don't know if real penalty is going to allow him to do that, but he's going to come across the line anyways. No, he's going to lose time. One corner just messing that up, and he lost all his momentum. A bit of a shame there. Danny Nasir, 2/10 off in the first sector, but P4 at the moment. Second row, really good for that. Ooh, McName having issues. Not too sure. He was in the server just a moment ago. But back out there we see Jaden Harrison, almost 2/10. And there we see Moranti also improving, 2/10 in the second sector. It's just Gabriel this time. But we're going to keep our eye out on... Who are we going to keep our eye out on? We're going to be looking at, first, Gabriel. Any improvement as he... Oh, my God, once more! We saw Jaden the last lap do the same mistake. He comes across the line. Is it any improvement? No, it is not. Moranti, however, this could be a big time on the board. Race to the line here. 24.883. Can he take back P2? No, he cannot. 7/10 off in the first. Rup Narayan just in the way there. And oh, this is going to be a bit interesting. Rup Narayan nowhere to go. Maybe should have let go of Jaden Harrison early on. And don't hear any communication from any of the drivers there. But Rup Narayan just unfortunately getting in the way last moment. Let's look at Moranti out here now. Improving in that first sector there. 2/10 personal. I think his goal right now, just get onto the front row. And so far, he's doing pretty good. We're going to check him out. And there we see just barely an improvement, so still needs to find some time. Jaden, however, still in the pits with 1:30 to go. If he doesn't come out now, I mean... he's not going to be able to set another lap time. He could be in contention for losing that pole position if he doesn't go out once more, but he's not. Jaden Harrison is going to stick it in pits. Moranti, however, as we watch on here live around the next couple of corners here, one corner to go. There you see he takes a shallow entry. McName in the background had a bit of issues with just rejoining into the session as he's going to come across the line. Now Moranti, no improvement to get on top of there of Gabriel, but this is it. The final laps for each of these guys. Harrison is going to sit in the pits. So it's up to the rest of the drivers who can put in some of that pressure. 50 seconds to go. And Gabriel 2/10 off Moranti. We're going to watch him through the first sector. And he's 2/10 up. So a chance, a sliver of hope for Moranti to get onto the front row for Valhalla. Time's ticking, and all these drivers still hustling around to finish up their last lap. Over the curb. And there we see Ingreja slowing down his pace quite a bit through this sector. Still getting it a bit wrong, but we look back at Gabriel, who's 2/10 down in the first sector. Has made improvements in the second, but is going to need a really good final sector. He's going to come across the line anyways. Moranti off the track. That's his qualifying done. Can Gabriel challenge for pole position in the final round? He cannot. But 2/10 just so close, couldn't get it done. Moranti, no chance at securing it. Nasir, though, Danny Nasir in P4 is going to get shoveled down as McName goes third. Michael McName, a great chance here. P3. Look at the rest of the drivers here. We have Ruben and Ryan coming around the last couple of corners here. And he's going to pull it over to the side of the track. Lorenzo out here, a second, improving. Only driver on track that could potentially improve something. He's going to continue around. And see Gabriel, though, still on track there. But we watch these last couple of drivers. P3 still on track. I think that's McName. Yeah, he's just not in the pits at the moment. Has Gabriel have an extra lap under his belt? I'm not too sure, but sector times are still counting for him. We're going to stay on board with him. Oh, as he goes a little bit wide there on corner exit. Oh, hard hits the wall. That's his qualifying done. Well, let's congratulate top 3.
Oh, give yourself some room.
All right, congratulations, top 3. That's Jaden Harrison, Gabrielle, and
Basic racing, I think that, right?
Yo, Jaden, how are you 3/10 faster than me in the first sector?
Congratulations, top 3. Harrison, Jaden Harrison, Gabrielle, and Michael McName. Final race of the series here. I'll let you guys go back to conversations just in a moment. Just want to direct you guys to the announcement page. Make sure you guys are good to go with all that information. And yeah, overall, last race of the season, double points up for grabs. And yeah, may the best man win this one today.
Does anybody know how much fuel we're going to need for the whole?
We're going to let them communicate amongst each other, but we're just going to double check. That we do notice that Lorino is not in the voice chat here. As all the drivers enter onto the grid, Michael, one lap wonder, McName, love that one for him. But as all the drivers now onto the grid for the final time, the audio levels are just being a bit wacky out here, so we're just going to adjust those out here. I'm not too sure why it always does that. But as all the drivers line up on the grid, for the final time, we go to the lights in just a moment. The 2024 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Formula 4 European Championship. We are here at the final round, race 1 of 2, here at Hockenheim. And as all the drivers line up on the grid for the final 15 laps of this first race of 2, 40 seconds left to go. Let's look at our drivers here on the standings here. Jaden Harrison on pole, followed by Gabrielle. Then it's McName, Moranti, Nasir, Kalint. We have Lorenzo and Ruben Ryan. A small grid, but if you know anything about Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, it's that we're always going to get a proper race out here. Unfortunately, in the chat, I see Tabener out there and not on the track, so his championship hopes, kiss him goodbye. It all comes down to this. Who is going to win it here? As the championship comes down to 2 races to go. Here we go. Lights are out and we go racing for race 1 of 2. Jaden Harrison, an excellent start. Gabrielle on the inside as they take it into 1. Going to quickly take my car into the pits and let the action unfold as there we see side by side Moranti on the inside, followed by Nasir. Trouble for McName as he's going to lose a spot. And take a look at this, Moranti on the outside, trying to look for P2, but Jaden Harrison has already booked it out of here at 7/10. Side by side, going up to the hard-braking zone up here now. Looks pretty good between all of them. Jaden, however, Jaden goes very wide. He's going to lose out. Look how bunched up they are. Moranti in the lead, followed by Gabrielle and Harrison. Prime opportunity for Moranti. Dylan needs to get away from the pack as soon as possible. Jaden is here. Trouble. Oh, he gets spun around. And he is off the track there. We go back up to the front runners. Lorenzo, you're going to have to back off to let Danny Nasir by. You're going to have to back off to let Danny Nasir by.
Rahul. We can use the curves. Did I miss something in announcement?
Yes, you should have read the announcements. Gabrielle not paying attention out here. He might get a slap on the wrist from the teacher later. Jaden Harrison going down the inside. Oh my goodness, contact is made. And Jaden now in the wall. Jaden Harrison as he pulls over to the side of the track. Virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed.
So we're allowed to. I read the announcement. It said white lines. So we're allowed to go to the curb like on certain corners.
I read the same. That is strictly white lines. So why are we using curbs?
If you read it, it said we'll be using real penalty track limits, but everyone still must respect white lines.
So,
what?
Okay, first of all, how fast should
What
I go?
does that mean?
Oh, sorry. Real penalty track limits is outside the white line, so I don't think that makes any sense.
Well, everyone's still. Well, I'm still saying that everyone must respect the white lines. That is our agreement.
So we can't go past the white line then.
Yep, you can't go past the white line.
How fast do you
yeah,
go
then.
here?
But I'm still saying that real penalty is going to be judging it out here. So we're going to
What
be
does that
doing.
mean?
It means that I'm not. We're going to be live looking at incidents on track here.
How fast do you? How fast do you want me?
100 kilometers. 100 kilometers.
Okay.
Pits are open. Pits are open. We're not going to be going green. Not going to be going green this time around.
Sorry, I still don't understand. So we can.
You're
use
just
curbs
racing
then.
normally the same way.
The race, let's race.
We're
When
racing
done,
the same
yes.
normal way with the white lines.
Yeah, you just
White
got.
lines
Okay,
is
so
the
white
race
line.
track. You're a racing driver.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, it's
If
the
you're
same
I don't know
rule.
on the white
It's the
lines, you're
same
driving
rule.
on the grass. You're not on the racetrack.
It's the
Come
same
on, Danny.
rule.
I'm not talking with you. I'm talking with Rahul.
Well, I'm just saying that
Speaking
it's
as
just
an
the
administrator, not as a competitor.
Danny Nasir addressing
Yeah, it's
that
just
it is the white line.
Okay, just white lines. That's it. That was the question.
Yeah.
So as pits are open, the driver is going to enter.
Because I haven't seen it. Is it just a green light?
Yeah.
Might be just that green.
That's the green line.
So as all the drivers might be entering into the pits here, yes, it looks like all of them are. It's Jaden Harrison who's still catching up to the rear tail of it, and he's going to be entering the pits as well.
Hey.
Whoa!
I see solid.
What was that?
Did we just see some contact in the pits?
Is it?
Yes.
It is.
As all the drivers are in the pits now, they're going to be starting to escape.
it's
Now
not.
there we see
No, the car was in
Moranti
pit road.
and Gabrielle on pit exit. Moranti's going to take the
solid.
lead.
Do I still have a front wing?
So 100 kilometers, 100 kilometers.
Don't hit me.
I won't. Do I still have a front wing, Gabriel?
So
I
as
don't
all
know.
the
I
drivers-
can't see you. I mean, we are, dude.
Oh, dang. I don't know what I hit, but whatever it was solid.
I'll try to check.
Go ahead.
Jaden Harrison in the pit lane
Someone
right now.
hit me in the pit.
It was me. I don't know why you're solid.
Jeopardy for his championship picture as well, as he wants to help McName. Still see him in the pits. Not too sure what's going on. Is he going to get on track? Is he done racing? We're still waiting for word on him. And there he goes. He's coming out now. So green at the end of this lap. Green at the end of this lap. So just to answer some confusion out here, Essentially, Real Penalty is going to be judging any of the cut track penalties. Therefore, because of the championship and how we're in the finale, what is going on here? All right, Klaus and Lorenzo, just sort you guys out. Just return back to the positions you were before. Not too sure what just happened through there, but this is yellow flag conditions. So we're going to be extending one more lap. We have not got the full tail end field together. We're going to be extending one more lap. We could potentially go on the back straight if we can get Jaden caught up in time. But we're not going to be going green just yet. So, just to address the situation here, Real Penalty is going to address the actual on-race penalties. Since it's the final race of the season, we do not want a Michael Massey where all the stuff is going to be decided by the race director. So Real Penalty is going to discuss and dish out any sort of penalties if it's going to be on track. It's not going to be done replays after the session like it has for the rest of the races. However, the drivers still must respect that white line rule. Everyone is a racing driver. We all understand. No more weaving. No more weaving. Start to bunch up with each other now.
So back straight? Which is the back straight though?
It's where you're on, but one moment I'll let you know when you have control. All right, you now have control when you want to go.
Okay.
So, Gabriel with control now on the restart. And he's gone. There we go. We're back under racing speed. Michael McName is going to go down the inside of Moranti. Can they keep it clean through the double right-handers here? Side by side for P2. Moranti goes a little bit deep. Klaus gives a little head on to Rup Narayan. That could be a potential penalty there. If there's no incentive to stay within the white lines, well, there is. We're all racing drivers. We must respect the white line rules. I'm just saying, if anyone goes off wide, Real Penalty is going to handle that. So yes, they must stay within those lines. The curbing is a little bit different out here, or how wide they can go. But don't make it too complex. That's not what this is about. We want to race hard to the very end as we see Klaus there losing P5, and Jaden Harrison is back onto the charge here, trying to look for a move on Clint. Battle for P5. And in the meantime, there we see Moranti trying to find a move down the inside of McName. Contact is made, and Klaus is going to spin around Lorenzo. And there we see side by side Jaden Harrison. Klaus, though, has taken out two drivers and not even the span of a full lap. Klaus there is definitely going to get a call there from the stewards. As you look back on the action below, there we see Moranti, third place right now, chasing down McName, but it's Gabriel in the lead, and I think just one race win is definitely going to do it for him. And Gabriel leads this one. There we see the drivers opening up the gap. Curbs are allowed out here. As there we can see, those extents are fine as it's on the racetrack with that AstroTurf. Again, Real Penalty will decide if that is going to be a cut track, but the drivers still must do their best to respect track limits and not abuse. And that's the key word, abuse track limits, going wide on purpose. The whole point of track limits is to stay within them as best as you can. You see Moranti, sure, he extends it just a little bit, but that's not his intention, just pushing hard. Real Penalty will decide all the incidents after. So we're going to get a champion crowned here today on track and not with the penalties after race, unless there is an incident. Currently right now, though, Klaus is under investigation for some of those incidents. Enjoying the action so far. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Just 5 away from 550. And slowly becoming the biggest Caribbean sim racing channel of the world. As there we see Klaus kicking out the rear end there. McName in prime contention here to battle against Gabriel. So it's really going to come down to winner takes all between them. Pushing very hard, almost so close to the gravel on the outside. .2 the difference. Slowly going down to 1.1. If only we had DRS, this would have made this a bit more interesting, but in the world of Formula 4, it's just going to be pushing very hard as all the curb McName is going to be using there. The gap is down a second. What has gone on? I see more yellow flags for Lorenzo in his debut race. And he's headed into the pits. He's teleported into the pits, in fact. Meanwhile, Danny Nasir has found himself a vulnerable Moranti as Moranti has made a mistake through the hairpin section. That's also going to allow Harrison to catch up. Danny looking to the inside. Bit of pressure there for Moranti. Has it worked out? Oh, drifting! Drifting it wide there is the American driver from Pennsylvania. Dylan Moranti just about holding off this final podium spot. Your closest battle we have on track. And Danny Nasir, prime area to get some great points up here in this finale. As we go down into the hairpin section once more. Still trying to close his way up there. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison also going to look to get this move done on Danny Nasir. Racing to the line now. Over the curb there, Jaden now oh so close to Danny. Into the braking zone. Now Danny also closing in on Moranti. Looking for a move somewhere to get it done. How quick can he get it done? As well, it's lap 8 of 15. We're basically at the halfway stage. As Danny Nasir may look for a move this time around. What a fight this is. Jaden Harrison trying to get to the rear end of Danny Nasir to pull him over around the outside. Not this time. Danny, great job of holding off Jaden Harrison, but Jaden still putting on a lot of the pressure and ain't gonna stop till we see that checkered flag. A very good racing between all these drivers out here. Danny going a bit wide. And looking at the rear of Danny Nasir's car. And that purple JSRA car ain't going anywhere. Look how close he gets. Doesn't touch the outside curb. Tries to look for it on the inside. Cannot get it done. Fastest lap there for Gabriel. Gabriel extends his lead almost 2 seconds now into the fast kink. Now turn 1. Jaden Harrison trying to use all the curb. Looking for a move. Oh, bit of lag there between them. Maybe just a small bit of lag. But he stays on it. While these two battle, Moranti slowly getting away. Here comes Harrison. He's going to make the move down the inside. It's going to be such an aggressive one. Danny goes wide. Jaden on the inside. Bit of contact. They both touch. Jaden 2 wheels in the air. And that looks fine. Jaden Harrison, a little bit pinched. Both of them make contact, but Jaden Harrison, and what a creative move, gets it done. Never seen a move like that where it ends up with 2 wheels off the ground. What a race this is turning out to be. And now Jaden Harrison can begin his trial and tribulation up to the podium spots to make this one a JSRA 2-3 with lap 9 of 15. Now we're on lap 10. Fastest lap for Gabriel once more. Gabriel's just having fun out here. He knows that this championship is his at this point with this dominant streak. Finally getting it done. There you see Jaden going very, very wide. It's actually lost him a bit of time. Man's doing the most. Showing off, of course. Classic Jaden Harrison. Always wanted to put on a great show. However, Danny Nasir staying within that second. He's not gone off. He's not gone far. Looks like disconnection, a retirement, our first retirement there from Ijiro. He is out of this first race. Could potentially see him in the next one. Remember, the reverse qualifying order for the second race will put the likes of your pole sitters down in 10th. Well, in this case, I think it's going to be almost a full reverse grid. Since there are no drivers outside the top 10, with no drivers more than 10 out here for today. Next week out, though, we will see the IMSA Vintage Championship, which will for sure have a lot of competitors. A very exciting one. A lot of drivers excited for it. But meanwhile, we go back up to our leader, 24.5 from him. McName, 24.8, 3/10 down that last lap. Still hustling on. McName just has to keep this one alive and well. Meanwhile, Klaus goes off the racing surface there. Gets it back going. Car looks fine. Everyone has made their mandatory pit stops. They're just racing to the end. Rupnerine showing off to the German audience out here on the last corner of Sud Curve. Bit of drift action there. 5/10, however. Moranti is now in trouble. Can the man from Valhalla get this done? We're going to see what Jaden can do this time. Is it going to be 2 wheels off the track, or is he going to stay with 4 on the track? The pressure is on. 4 to go. Jaden Harrison now. Really close now. 5/10 the difference between these two guys. There you see the fastest times from each of these drivers, and you can see Jaden Harrison is a class of his own at the moment. 4/10 through the hairpin. Moranti really feeling the pressure. Over the curb there, Jaden Harrison trying to set himself up, losing a bit of time, a lot of steering angle. Fortunately, I've left Danny Nasir in the dust, but there you see 9/10 quicker as Harrison heading into one. Great entry there, pulls to the outside, Moranti onto the inside, side by side. Can Moranti hold off? Is he going to back down? No, he sends it down the inside regardless. Trying to hold off for dear life. Now Jaden is going to get the move done just about. Jaden up to third. Can Moranti now fight back down in the slipstream? It's going to be one hell of an effort to dive it down the inside. Looks to the outside, hard on the brakes. Going to try to round it. No contact is made. He's going to let through Danny's off. All right, VSC deployed, VSC deployed. Leader, just slow your pace down to 80 kilometers. Caution coming out.
Contact symbol on my screen, so I don't know if Jaden lagged or not, but he just, I saw like the way this car spun, we made contact, but it didn't give me a contact thing. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Dylan Moranti very frustrated over that incident there.
Whatever.
Unfortunately, though, he's lost 2 positions after that. Blocking up the track there for the moment. We are on lap 12 of 15. We are looking at a shootout coming up to the end here. 3.
Hey.
So Gabriel leads, followed by McName and Harrison, and a second chance to the JSRA duo to challenge Gabriel for this position. It's going to be a hard fight to the end. As they race down here. 7 there. Moranti has taken it into the pits. For the moment, is he out? Is he repairing the car? Possibly going for a quick tire change. Gonna get back out in a moment. Ruben Orion also catches up. There we see Moranti now exiting on. So let's reduce that down to 80 kilometers. 80 kilometers max. And we're gonna look for the front straight. We're looking for the front straight for the restart. About 80 kilometers.
I thought it's 100.
And we're putting it down to 80 so we can get people catched up quickly because we're running out of time.
Where's the leader?
Just entering the last sector now. I see the drivers weaving about. 80 kilometers, 80 kilometers. Don't exceed it, don't exceed it. So, Moranti hustling up quickly. Alright, no more weaving. Single file. Start to line up. Single file, single file.
So I can start whenever I want.
Hold on. Alright. Restart is up to you there, Gabriel. There we go, and Gabriel looks to be already gone! A quick jump there, and Ruben Orion already in trouble on the background there. Looks like he's spun by himself. Green flag, back under racing speed. It's lap 14 and 15, 2 to go. Now with Jaden Harrison watching McName, are they going to battle each other, or is McName going to go to the front? That's the big question here. Are we going to see a Ministry of Defense coming from McName's teammate? Bit of lockup there from Gabrielle. A chance for McName to take the lead. Cold tires on the restart, 2 to go. McName side by side with Gabrielle. McName no stranger to the top spot. We saw these guys battling at Monza to the very end where Gabrielle won it that day. Through the hairpin, double right-hander. Gabrielle takes back the position. McName is going to do everything in the book to get this move done. He doesn't have much time to do it and cannot afford a mistake. Danny Nasir up in P4 as well. Could have a bit of trouble from behind. No, actually, he's got a bit of a gap to him. Oh, bit wide there. Track limits for McName. But we're entering the final lap of race 1. Remember, folks, we have one more race to go after this one. McName, one chance to do it. A win against Gabrielle could really help him in this final fight. 4/10 the difference, 1 to go from Hockenheim. As they race into 1. 4/10 the difference. Great T1 from him. And Gabrielle now having to defend the inside. McName to the outside. Bit of a lockup. Can we see a switchback of dreams here? Can't be done. Tucks in. No, he doesn't. Instead, he's going to run it around the outside. He did know that last lap it didn't work. This time around, he's going to try it again. All comes down to this. We watch it from the perspective of Harrison. Round the outside. Gabrielle going to keep the move, but for how long? Harrison still behind both of them. Was that the right call to stick to the outside? Is that the race done? Gabrielle already pulling off 4/10, trying to break the slipstream, defending onto the inside. McName, oh, a little bit wide there. I expected that to happen. Is Jaden gonna see a move down the inside? I'm not too sure. The door is open as we come around to the last couple of corners here. Gabrielle is going to hold off just about. No mistakes he cannot afford as he enters the final corner here at Hockenheim. Gabrielle is gonna come around the final corner, and if the championship is not done yet, it should be done here. Gabrielle wins it here at Hockenheim with 1 race to spare. That championship is gonna go home to him. And what a race that was to the very end. What a run. Danny Nasir finishing P4. Moranti's going to finish 5th. Klaus is in 6th. And Rupen Narayan is just going to get around the final corner to finish 7th. What a race in there. They all are packed up. Beautiful racing from everyone. Let's go talk to them. All right, great racing, guys. Let's talk to our 3rd place man here, Jaden Harrison. Jaden, lot of aggressive defending. Look to be to your teammate, unless you were trying to go for a move. I want to hear the strategy first. It did look like you have a lot of chances to go for that 2nd place spot, but you end up in 3rd. Jaden, floor is yours. How was that one?
It was pretty good. Pretty good racing. I got a neck cord incident on the first couple laps that I had like damage for the whole race. So I knew I couldn't keep up at the front with like no front and rear wing. So the team game, and wherever we play, we still get the points.
Indeed, but a 3rd place finish for you. The team points are going to be very important coming to the end of this one, and that P2 and P3 are really going to help. Congratulations on that 3rd place spot. Good luck in race 2. In P2, there a hard-fought battle to try to get that race win. Couldn't get it done, though. Michael McName, what a race there for you, sir. Almost got it done this time around. Gabriel got you. But overall, a fantastic effort from you there. Great hustle. How's that one?
First off, very great race from Gabriel and the Altitude team back at the factory. They've been doing such great hard work. Yeah, humanly a bit, but great race overall. I thought in the first half of it could have had some team effort with Jaden, but unfortunately he had his incident. But Gabriel was just very lightning fast this race, and I hope at least see something different come race 2. But I'll take P2 any day, as if I'm any stranger to P2 anyways. But that would be good for the constructors. So
100%. That's the championship that is going to be the main target here now. But congratulations, great P2 result. And then swiftly moving over here, if the championship is not decided just yet, it should be at this point. We're going to give you your congratulations properly after the 2nd race. But let's talk about this one. Gabrielle, you take home victory. And what a fight it was to the very end. Gabrielle, do we have you on a mic?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Gabrielle, great result there. Another win for you. This one might be the final nail in the coffin for you to get it done. But let's talk about this race in general. A great result from you. How's that
Using
one?
less track, still the fastest. That's it.
Wise words from you there, Gabrielle. Amazing effort. Great championship so far. I'll have more of a talk with you after this one, once you get that 2nd race done with. But congratulations on the win. Let's see what you could do for this final one. Any predictions? None indeed. Maybe that may be first or last, who knows. But one more race to go, everyone. Great first race that was. Let's try to keep it a bit more clean with the contact. A lot of close racing, but still love it up here. But yeah, final race of the series. Then we can put these cars to sleep, then focus on IMSA here. The final 15 laps coming up your way now. We're going to hopefully make sure that all the grid slots are good. If not, we're going to be resulting to a rolling start. So just stay tuned for that in about 15 seconds. So as all the drivers are about to get onto the grid, the qualifying order should be Rupen Narayan on pole, I believe. We're going to find out here. And I do see Klaus. Has it worked out in our
Looks right to me.
favor here? Well, let's go
rip my FPS.
back to the order here. Look at our top drivers there. There we see Klaus on pole there, followed by Danny Nasir. I don't think it is correct. Actually, I'm not too sure. Because I don't... Oh, it's not counting Rupner and Grazia, as they had not set a lap time, looks to be. So, looks to be just fine.
Well, if Andrew qualified in the back, shouldn't he be in the grid?
I'm just double checking that now.
On the pole, yeah.
Because he didn't finish the race, I don't think.
Ah, maybe that's why. No, I don't think that should matter, actually. Just give me a
That's
moment
always gone. If you don't finish the race, it doesn't count for you.
I don't think it's because of that. Only the first 6 were switched.
Yeah, it looks to be. All right, so we're gonna go for the rolling start.
Yeah.
So
That's how it's all done with these like reverse grids. Is if you don't finish the race, it's not gonna give you the position.
potentially, yeah. All right, not to worry. So when the lights go out, just make sure you're not going yet. I will let you guys know the order.
Full throttle.
And we're gonna go single file. And Andrew, you're going to be, you're not going to be controlling the start. That's going to be controlled by me, but it's going to be done onto the front straight, and that'll be a single file start there. So remember, make sure to not go yet. I will let you know when you're allowed to start driving, and it'll be single file and going around just one lap. So first, Andrew, you may go. It's going to be followed by Klaus.
Slowly, Andrew, just over 100.
Danny. Dylan. Michael. Gabrielle. Jaden. So as the drivers all come around there.
Single file you start, you said, or?
Single file.
Boo.
So, Gabrielle.
There's only 8 of us. I think we can go
starting
double file.
from the rear. Just for safety.
Are we starting this straight?
Yeah.
No, front straight, front straight. So, there is your pole man here for the finale. This final race here.
Oh, I got a big handicap.
It's going to be very interesting to see what these guys can do to the very end here. As the drivers roll around for the final time, just want to say what an amazing championship it has been. The first 3 championships of this year. I'm talking the GT World Challenge, the Ferrari Challenge Championship, and now the Formula 4 European Championship. 3 series with so close racing, photo finishes, hard racing. It's been amazing, and we just want to thank everyone here from CMRSC, from racing to fans, for enjoying the action.
White lines, not the curbs.
All right, so no more weaving. Make sure to catch up to the driver ahead, and Andrew, and to everybody else, I will be controlling when we go racing. So you're just waiting for my cue, and you'll hear me yell out green when we go. One moment. Get ready. There we go for the final race. As they all come around the final corner, 7 drivers. Who is going to win it for the finale? Here we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Danny Nasir down to the inside. Moranti to the outside. 3 wide. They're already going to make it 3 wide. Danny onto the inside. Is there going to be a bit of space there? McName going a bit wide out there. But he's really the only one to lose out as he's onto the grass. Side by side between the 2 leaders up in front there. As in the background, we also see Gabrielle and Danny Nasir. They all start the single file. 2/10 though, Moranti takes the lead. Remember, we saw his last race win for Dylan Moranti back at the French Grand Prix. They go to the hairpin now. Single file and clean as it can. Clean as a whistle. McName, Harrison, both gonna have a big challenge to get back up through the field as Gabrielle has already gotten away. But it's Moranti in the lead. Look at that gap. 1 second already the difference. Rupner defending off the inside there. Oh, Rupner is off the track, making a rookie mistake. And he goes from second to almost last there. Klaus is the only driver to get to overtake him, though. Gabriel up into second. And this kind of feels like the sprint race here at Shanghai. Just a couple nights ago, Verstappen closing in on a vulnerable Lewis Hamilton. We're going to find out how this is going to look when a Gabriel is going to be hunting down a Moranti. Meanwhile, though, McName to the outside, trying to get the switch, cannot get it done. Jaden Harrison, that's going to say gloves are off, it's time to race. Danny Nasir, however, not the best of exits and is going to lose momentum down the straight. Harrison is going to go to the inside, but it's now going to turn to the outside as we get into the double right-hander. Danny trying to go for a move, can't get it done. Oh, but Danny using a lot of curb. Contact is made. Just a bit. Danny stays ahead, using a lot of that curb. So much defense he's pulling off. But on board with Harrison, 3/10 the difference. Going a little bit wide there. Into the hairpin, Danny. Not finding grip under that car. Maybe it's damage, I'm not too sure. Klaus bringing out yellows. He's by himself. We stay green. And McName gonna really try to push this one to get up the order. Harrison trying to push as well. A 25-2 against a 24-7 there. That's Moranti and Gabriel respectively. But Danny trying to open up the gap to a second there. Klaus retiring out. That's himself done for this championship. Well, that's not what you need. Moranti's gonna be like, why? Why have you left? This is the team championship we're playing with. I am leading. We need every point we can get. Guess looks like it's all gonna come down to Moranti. If he can hold it off for Valhalla. But Gabriel ain't gonna make that one easy. Well, we're on board with Dylan here now as Gabriel chases him a bit wide through that section there, trying to find every bit of road to use. He's going to lose a bit of time, however, but the top three within a second of each other. McName now going to try to find any way to close this gap up to Gabriel. In the finale of this German Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison almost on top of Danny Nasir at this point now. When these two guys overtook each other the last race, contact was made and Jaden was found 2 wheels up in the air. This time on, they're side by side going into one. McName with the fastest lap. Who's the first to pull off? Who's the first to break? Harrison to the P4 position. Back down the order, there's Rupner Ryan goes in for his mandatory pit stop. Remember, they do have to make a pit stop here in this one, as you're on lap 5 of 15. 11 to go here from Hockenheim for the final time. And now Gabriel, 6/10 to Moranti. The last time these two guys were together, race 2 at Magny Cours. But Gabriel fighting very hard. He could not get any move done. To get it, he had to wait and hustle to the final lap, final corner. Contact would be made, and Gabriel wouldn't be able to see victory that day. But Moranti losing it and going wide. That's going to be it. In the middle of the track, can he get it rotated around? Yes, he can, just about. Lead has gone from Moranti, slipped away, and Gabriel's gonna say thank you very much. That's the power of the force. And Gabriel is leading, followed by Michael McName. And McName now, 8/10 the difference. He learned the last time to not get rid of Gabriel. You want to keep hustling. You hear a bit of lock up there coming from Gabriel, and look how deep he's gone into the corner. So there we see, oh, reversing. He looks like he's missed his pit box there. Is Dylan Moranti. needs to stay in this race. Anything can happen. So we saw Harrison get back in on the action. Oh, very slow through the double right-hander was McName. Now in lap 6. Lost 2 seconds. Not too sure what happened. I don't know if he missed a gear, put it into manual, put it into neutral, an accident. It's very hard to get these done through these manual cars. Paddle shifts. Not sticks, so bogged down there. Very interesting. More lock up there from Gabriel as we hear it. He continues though. As McName now has 2.7 seconds to climb back up. 2.4 to Harrison as well. And Danny Nasir, P4. Your top 4 very close with each other. Gabriel, fastest lap though. Meanwhile, there we see these two guys that have pitted early on in this race. That is Rutten Orion and Moranti. So they're going to be playing the long game out here. And if this stays green, they're going to be green flag pit stops. And if there are green flag pit stops, well, we're going to see if any sort of strategy can play off. Slipstream last round at Monza played off heavily. This time around, it's not going to be about the slipstream. It's going to be about keeping consistent throughout all these corners. It's a very tricky circuit, I will say, and could throw you off your game at any moment. Last round lap 7 of 15. Gabriel knows he is sailing to a championship that he has basically got one hand on at this time. No competition. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't get much competition here from Gabriel, but at the end of the day, it was inevitable. Gabriel with 25-point lead to Daniel Taberner going into the finale round. It could have been any man's game. Oh, there's a bit of lag there coming from Gabriel for the moment. Is he still lagging? Well, race direction is definitely going to check that out. But a ping of 115. He is the highest ping in the session. The last thing Gabriel needs is a retirement. Losing out 50 points. That would not help him out at all, but Gabriel... Oh, hold on, Gabriel! He goes wide, he loses out! I don't know if that's ping or anything like that, but trouble from Gabriel. What is wrong with Gabriel making a mistake there? Running off track. So that gap that he's built up that was almost 5 seconds has now just depleted down to 2. Harrison, on the other hand, is now also closed up to McName. And that is very interesting. I did not expect a mistake there coming from Gabriel. But he holds on to the lead. That's the most important part. A bit more lock up there from him. As the JSRA duo tried to climb up, can they at least secure their first team championship in CMRSC? We're going to find out. Danny Nasir did make his pit stop during that last lap. And there we see those times now. So even though Gabriel went wide, he only lost about a second. But Jaden Harrison, I think he's done playing with his teammate here, and I think he's now going to start to battle him for position. They're now going to start dueling with each other. So here we go, the battle for P2, let it commence. Michael McName just up into P2, Jaden Harrison in the slipstream. Holding off, waiting for a move, does not commit to a move down here. Through the double right-hander, how wide do you want to take it? Through the first matters, as it will set you up for the next right. Both of them almost on equal pace with each other. But I mean, if anyone wants a chance to fight Gabriel, maybe these two guys have to swap positions. I'm not too sure, but the sun comes out here. Evening time in Germany. For this German Grand Prix as we're coming up to the very end of it. McName continues to hold off. Jaden Harrison. You see in the foreground that scarlet red cars. There we see both JSRA cars are coming into the pits. Oh, bit of gravel there. Slamming on the brakes. Hopefully none of them get any sort of penalty.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pit stops between all of them. Oh, Jaden misses his box again. Jaden, trouble. What has gone wrong for him? Has he got a pit stop done? I don't think so. Jaden Harrison, I don't think was able to get tires. He needs to come around again or else he's going to be disqualified from this race. But Jaden Harrison, more trouble in the pit lane. What has happened once again? How is it that every one of these other drivers have been able to make a pit stop, but there's something wrong with him? Well, that is definitely going to be looked at after. As we come to the end here, but Jaden Harrison, if he doesn't come in again, make this pit stop work, that is going to be a disqualification. Meanwhile, though, McName looks to have gotten that pit stop going. And that might be a result of looking at that gap already being formed between himself and Harrison. The grip making the difference. Lap 10 of 15. I wonder if Gabriel is going to go to the final lap. And to pit just before it. So we're going to find out. 27 seconds the difference. It hasn't been timed to see what that gap will be because we have not seen a green flag pit stop yet. But there you see McName now entering onto the front straight. And looks like Jaden's going to stay out. So potentially it does look like Jaden just won't be able to... I mean, if he pits now, he's going to be losing out on this podium position. It's going to be headed to Danny Desir. But it will be reviewed. I think Stewards are currently actually reviewing this one. So we're not too sure what happened between that pit box incident there. So we're going to find out in a moment. As there we see Moranti setting his personal best. Meanwhile, though, there we see... Who was that? Ruben Ryan letting out blue flags to your race leader. Ruben Ryan, more yellow, trouble for him. And Jaden Harrison looks like he was caught with his pants down. Did not take the tires. So either it's a two-stop or he's just unable to make that pit stop done. And he's going to run this one to the end. He knows he's not in this championship fight. He just wants to get in there to help out. To help out Michael McName here for this finale, but yeah, I think he's just voting on to team championship right now, but if he doesn't come in for this stop, he is going to be disqualified from the second race here for not making a pit stop. Meanwhile, more trouble from Ruben Ryan now. If we see a incident between all these drivers, we could potentially see a virtual safety car be deployed again within the last 3 laps of this race. So Ruben Ryan needs to let through of the drivers coming up behind him, the 2 Jamaicans. Trying to wait for them. There you see them. So up through the hairpin section. Ooh, needs to get off the apex. And this one's a bit of a tricky one. Needs to back out, just get off the racing line to let through Michael McName. And he does. He's actually going to veer completely off the track. And that is one way to let through your competition. Maybe not the most efficient. Lap 13 of 15. And take a look at that. If you just notice, McName and Harrison both just posted identical lap times. Take a look at that. There you see 24.713. That is very interesting. Both of these drivers running identical on pace. It's a bit of a shame that they can't really fight each other too much. Especially for the fact that it won't matter. As if Jaden doesn't come in, he will be disqualified. And Danny Nasir, as he stays in P4, will be shuffled to 3rd position. Meanwhile, though, it's this man up in front. And he is going to start his 2 to go. At the line, let's see what his lap time is. 24.4. Let's go for a lap around him. Let's see what he's doing different to all these drivers. Exit out of 1. Onto the short straight, heading into 2. Now, where does he brake? Bit into the curb there. Bit of a lockup, trying to help the car slow down. These tires are completely wrecked out. But interestingly, remember, Gabriel has not made a pit stop. So he needs to make one by the end of this lap. Jaden Harrison, though, taking the fastest lap of this race as well. So McName, if he continues to hustle up 27.8, I'm not too sure where he's going to pop out. But Gabriel needs to make his pit stop by the end of this lap. And if he doesn't, well, he's going to be disqualified. And that is not going to help his case at all. But lap 14 of 15, we watch the Scarlet Red Formula 4 car sponsored by Ferrari. Personal best there from Moranti. Moranti still keeping time hot on the heels of P4 of Danny Nasir. But Gabriel is going to be entering the pits now to make his pit stop. And we are going to see, well, is this going to work out for him? Is this gap going to be enough? We're going to watch his stop. Slowing down for the pit line. And you can watch the map there at the bottom right hand of your screen. Comes in. And he's in for his stop. Patiently waiting for the tires to go on. We are on the final lap of the German Grand Prix. It's all going to come down to this as the other 2 drivers exit around the final corner. Is it going to be a race onto the front straight? But Gabriel has a pit box at the key of the pits this time around. Unlike Monza, he is going to keep the lead. 1 to go from Hockenheim. The gap is 3 seconds. 2.6. It's closing a lot. 2.4 the difference here. Gabriel just up the road. 1.9. Tires gonna have to get up to temperature here. They're new tires, but you need a little bit of coolness to warm them up. McName with 2 seconds to play with half a lap to go. Can he do anything with this? There you see how much pushing he's doing already. McName locking up. Meanwhile, Gabriel looks like he's got it done. 2.2 seconds. He tried it at Monza. It didn't work. This time, it worked like a charm going to the final lap. Gabriel joined for the 2023 Race of Champions. 2024 GT3 Championship, the GT3 World Championship. He lost out after going in 1 point the difference. Ferrari Challenge was not his championship, but the Formula 4 European Championship, it's finally gonna come down because Gabriel is champion of the European continent. He wins it at Hockenheim, 2 for 2, and the championship
is killing me.
Goes to Gabriel. He's finally done it here at Hockenheim. It's all over. It's all over. And he does celebration donuts. Let's go try to find him on track here as all the rest of the drivers come around.
Nice overcut, Gabriel.
Mega job. Celebrations. It's hard to spin up these cars. But let's give him his moment, man. He's done it. He's finally hunted for this championship for so long, and he's got it done. Gabriel is champion. And what a fitting way to do it. In the scarlet red Ferrari Formula 4 sponsor car right here in Germany. Shades of Michael Schumacher getting it done in dominant fashion. Well, that is it. That is this championship coming to an end. Gabriel, you are not only a race winner, you have finally hunted it down and you've achieved the goal. You have won a championship in CMRSC. The Formula 4 European Championship goes to you. Gabriel, floor is all yours. How do you feel?
I feel good. Even after the afternoon race just completely destroyed my FPS. So I usually run 90 in VR, but then it dropped to 45 because the computer was not handling and it halves the FPS. So it was really sickening, but it was a bit more challenge. I was still able to do solid lap times, and yeah, also respected the white lines like I respect women. So shout out to all girls who are watching us. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm happy. Finally get the championship under my belt. And yeah, hopefully I will have a couple of more. And then, yeah, the race of champions, I'm also ready for it.
Yeah, with that being said, you do enter yourself into the playoff picture. But yeah, it's been a long time coming to me ever since you joined us for Race of Champions last year. It was just a sign that that championship was going to be yours one day. You finally got it done. The question is now, how many are you going to be taken from us? How many championships are we going to be calling yours? I mean, I want to ask you, is this the beginning of Gabriel's new era?
I mean, I feel like my driving is really improving. I started to league race and take driving seriously in November, so when I joined the Race of Champions last year, and then since then I feel like I'm still improving. Still I have a lot of time to even improve more, so I really want to shoot to the big leagues, to the best guys, and yeah, be the best of the best.
Well, can't wait to see what you do. And yeah, overall though, fantastic effort. You have done it. The championship is yours. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Michael, another P2 for you. A great result once more. Hustling to the very end. Michael, let me get a word on you. How was that race?
Well, same old as per usual. I mean, got a great start. Well, I wouldn't even say a great start because the T1 sent it 3 wide. Thought I wasn't going to survive that, but came off with a little bit of damage. But for the most part, it was just unscathed. It buffed out later in the race. Pace wasn't really there, so then I decided to just, let's try to undercut on Gabriel, me, and Jaden, and just try to maximize the result. But fortunately for us, this Czech man is, I got the country. I'm so sorry, Gabriel, but this guy's just too fast. But overall, congratulations to him on the championship, and it's fully deserved overall. All those races really proved how much he deserved it. So yeah. That's all I was saying.
Michael, for sure, though, one thing's for sure, that since you're not always a regular racer with us, we're always happy to have you come around. Definitely a breakout star in this championship, and seeing the moves you've done, just how quick you have been in this series. I mean, massive props to you. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you. I mean, I gotta ask you, will we be seeing you in potentially future events?
Hopefully I should be able to participate in the Vintage Championship, yes. But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Well, awesome. Cannot wait to see you in the future. Congratulations on that P2.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Jaden Harrison coming home in 3rd position. Another great podium for yourself there. Take it away, Jaden. How was that one?
I think I just get a bit lucky with incidents and stuff, but wasn't really comfortable with the car and with the track. I had some suspension glitches in the race and some pit stop glitches, but all around the racing was good. Very, very fast guys. Probably guys were for the race win. Good run there, but it was a good race and hope to be back.
Indeed, for sure, man. Well, yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing you in future events as well. It was a great run from you, another podium, 2 podiums in a row, 2 third places, a bit unlucky in the first race. Got a bit better in the second one. Overall, though, great racing for you. Congratulations. All right, we're going to go sign off the stream up here. Once again, to everybody, thank you for joining us here. If you were racing and still in the race chat, thank you so much for racing with us. You're free to leave. The signups are open for the next championship. You can find all those in the championship channel for the IMSA Vintage Series. Yeah, server will be up in just a moment. But yeah, you guys are free to go. Thank you for an amazing championship. And yeah, here's to the next one. And what a championship it was, coming to the very end. And that is it. Done and dusted. Formula 4, our open wheel series, returning after 2 years, since 2022. And that is going to do it for the finale of Formula 4. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for this championship. Not too sure if we've hit our subscriber goal. Actually, I'll double check it right now. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have enjoyed the racing thus far, 545 subscribers, just 5 more till we get to the illustrious 550. That is our goal. But what is next is the big question. Well, folks, this is it. The 15th championship in CMRSC. Let's take a look.
It's about time you fell in love with something that will love you back. And that, my friends, is pop music. It doesn't judge you, and I won't either.
Ever been punched in your mother face? What you say? Oh, you haven't? Alright, wait. I'm a snake. I am a match. I cannot fix it. Urban dick. Margin of sweat. Look at my print. Rats. If you can fetch, that is a big hit. Rats. If you can fetch, he get a dress.
There it is. The IMSA Vintage Championship. And there it is. 4 rounds coming up. April 27th, Road America 500. Then we go to Sears Point, Sonoma for the 4th of May. The 11th, we are going to CTMP and ending it off at Riverside. 60 minutes of racing, multi-class racing, the GTO and GTPs. Classic IMSA racing is back. Can't wait to get it done. And just want to say special presentation for the next 4 rounds. So hopefully you enjoy what's to come, because it's going to be a whole new experience. Never been done before in sim racing. Take that. We'll see you then.